Okay, you know how I said that the Ultimate Playable Marine experience was my favorite Marine mod for Halo 1? Well, this one is objectively the better Marine mod. Not just because it's a different take on the playable Marines in third person, but because it adds new missions to the campaign list. The Halo Infantry mod comes in two flavors of separate mods: Regular Infantry and Infantry Easy. Made by Drury Muscle 5, I started with the regular version of this mod. It plays pretty similar to the base game, but with a throwback to Halo's third-person days. For one, Master Chief has his Orion armor from an earlier build of the game. I love that we have the option to see this earlier design. It's so weird that we could have had a different type of Master Chief. It's like looking into a mirror of another dimension. Using scope weapons keeps you in first person. Scope weapons like the pistol, sniper, or rocket launcher. But picking up any other weapon puts you into the third-person view. Most might assume that the camera is just a new viewpoint and weapons should behave the same. Not so, my friends. The assault rifle behaves a bit differently. Burst firing the assault rifle has it being accurate, but holding down the trigger has an accurate stream of bullets going down range. Pretty useful shredding through grunts and unshielded elites. Level 1 still plays pretty similar to the vanilla Halo, just in third person. Level 2 is where the divergence in gameplay happens. Entering into the shoes of an average Joe Marine, it becomes apparent that things are different. The Orion armored chief has fallen. You'll miss controlling a Spartan for two good reasons. First reason, you cannot move diagonally, only forward, back, and side to side. This puts us at a great disadvantage. The second reason is that you don't have any energy shields anymore. Getting hit by enemy fire will stagger your character just like the NPCs. At least in UMPE, not having shields didn't feel too restrictive like it does here. Picking heroic as the difficulty was a mistake. This is going to be a bit difficult. Your health system is taken directly from the Marine NPCs. That includes the health values. The shield bar represents your armor points, and health still represents health. What's different is that we're running on Doom rules now. An initial hit from plasma fire will only affect your armor, but multiple hits will bypass the armor and dip into your health. Getting staggered by rapid fire enemies is a death sentence if surrounded by large numbers. Plus, those needler rounds hit much harder. I couldn't do this on heroic, so I switched over to Infantry Easy. The first level is the same as the other mod: play as the Orion Spartan, rinse and repeat. Now that we are back to controlling the Marine, Easy offers mercy. Movement is now the same as the vanilla game, offering full control. Armor behaves like your shields, with health not taking any damage until your armor is depleted. When it's depleted, it makes shield empty sounds just like in the base game. You also don't stagger when hit by enemy fire. This makes it much easier to handle fighting the Covenant at higher difficulties. The health values are still the same as the main mod though. Health for the Marines in Halo 1 is 60 points for health and 45 points for armor. With lower health values, your gameplay style will be different. Very similar to Ultimate Playable Marine experience, you'll be avoiding enemy fire by using cover. Most of the game is just Halo 1 with playable Marines. Some levels like Truth and Reconciliation, you get to play as ODSTs, which I think is really awesome to see ODSTs in the Halo 1 engine, because, they're awesome. So, this is a win in my book. But going back to the game, the Flood will test your patience with your mid-tier health and your lack of shields. I beat the easy mod though, so it wasn't too hard. But I knew that I wanted to prove my skills by beating the original version of this mod. I wasn't going to do it alone though. Thankfully, co-op support is in this mod, and I got a friend to help me out, on heroic no less. But we did die a lot, and I mean a lot. Was it worth it? Heck yeah it was. Was it easy? No. I forgot to mention that aside from the assault rifle having better accuracy, you also get 840 rounds of extra ammo instead of the baseline 600. So, that's pretty good. Oh, and since we started playing this game on the regular version of Infantry, that stun lock is really annoying. It hurts to look and it hurts to feel in my heart. It's not very fun to get hit by a barrage of enemy fire and then just die, because you got stuck in place. You're getting hit over and over again. If you're lucky, the enemy will mess up and stop shooting for like a second so you can regain your bearings. I really needed a second player to help me out with this mod, because, yeah, that was not happening by myself. The first half of the game is similar to UPME, just in third person. The second half with the Flood, though? That's where things get spicy. It's not just spicy, it's a nightmare. Let's start off with the infection forms. Just like the NPC Marines, your character too will die a slow, agonizing death by a single touch. UPME had the benefit of, bashing the float off yourself or running away to dislodge them. Not so lucky here. The combat forms will kill you fast if they melee you. Now hand them assault rifles and shotguns, and those undead freaks will shred you to pieces. I mentioned earlier that you get staggered and can get stun locked. The Flood will not only abuse this, but they will rush towards you to finish you off. The library was such a miserable time with the constant dying and spawning enemies. I normally don't hate the library in a Halo playthrough, but I did here. Another funny thing I noticed is that each time you die in co-op and respawn, the model of Marine you have changes. With the two betrayals starting us off rough with the Sentinels, attacking us with their laser beams, the game offers a bit of mercy by giving us Marine reinforcements at the beginning of the level. It's standard affairs for the rest of the level. Oh, but that elevator section, you know the one I'm talking about. I mean, you see it right here. It was atrocious. But we managed to pull through, tricking the game. Yeah, with that Flood, being introduced to regular old Marines like us, level 9 and 10 are similar in difficulty. Tight corridors and lots of infection forms to ruin your day. After many hours of hard work, we beat the game. It wasn't easy. Was not easy at all. Overall, this is a good mod, but... Oh wait, I'm not done yet. There's more! 3 extra levels have been added to this mod. The first add-on level is the demo map from the 1999 demo. The narrative is pretty basic to follow. Your team crashed on the island and your mission was to rescue a previous team that was stranded there. No biggie. Oh, but what's cool is they added brutes to the mix. So, yeah, they're just as tanky to deal with here as they are in Halo 2. And if that wasn't bad enough, the Sharkoi is here to wreck your party. This giant behemoth of a goon is a hulking monster who will crush you with his fists. They take a lot of punishment, so be cautious. But they aren't the only enemies joining the fray. The Slugmen are also here. They're the same species as the Hunters, but in a more compact form. One of them has a sniper rifle here, so, you thought the Jackal snipers were bad. These guys, they're still not as bad, but they suck when they have snipers. After fighting your way through those initial enemies that are guarding the base, you encounter a brute chieftain, which, that can be difficult. I mean, we died that first round. But, he's not too difficult as long as you pull the trigger on him first. You end up going into a large room where you have to defend Marines, and then a big fight ensues. And, 2 people, really manageable. When I did it by myself, it was hard. But we did it, and we get evac'd. Or at least, my buddy got evac'd, I got left behind. Game's a bit glitched there. The next mission is my personal favorite of the bunch. You're placed in the boots of an ODST again, but this time you're armed with a battle rifle and SMG. The battle rifle's only single shot, but it's just as dependable as ever. Not much to say for me on this level, honestly. The battle's well constructed, and it's taking place across 3 different areas of that one multiplayer map with the bridge. I believe this might be one of the larger AI battles in Halo 1 modded. Jury Muscle mentioned that he had to auto-kill the Marines after the main bridge battle due to the sheer size of how many characters were on the battle. Speaking of large, under the bridge where you do the final battle, there's a Sharkoi there, so that's pretty fun. But in all seriousness, we get a Warthog, so it's not too much of a chore. And a fun mission overall. Don't have much to say outside of that. The final mission is an assassination mission of 3 gold elites. Too bad Halo doesn't have better stealth mechanics, because this mission will have you fighting against insurmountable odds. Especially on the normal infantry mod. But I mean, unless you're just really good, then I guess it's easy. Once that's done, you get to extract from a Pelican and call it a day. With all these bonus missions just being in the multiplayer maps with an objective, I still think they're really fun. I love how it turned out. Bottom line is, if you want a challenge, play Halo Infantry mod. But if you want to actually have fun playing as a Marine, play the easy version. I won't promise when, but I will definitely review Jury Muscle 5's other Halo Marine mods. Remember, get tactical, Marines.